Welcome to the podcast, Sarah No Support Workers. Today we are going to talk about 2026 because it is banging on our door and we need to talk about how we're going to thrive in this current climate of the NDIS as support workers. So we're going to talk about being smarter, stronger and harder to replace in this sector. So the NDIS, it is changing, like it's evolving, it is growing, and the expectations of being a support worker has changed too. And support workers who adapt well, we're going to thrive. And thrive we will. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about what it really means to be a support worker in 2026 and the things I would do right now to make sure that I was unstoppable. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Why support workers matter more than ever in 2026. All right. So in 2000, support workers, there's stuff, whatever you want to be. You call you boo. Um, extra help, but we're a little bit different and different than ever before. You are the person participants trust, the person who sees change first, and the reason why plans work well in real life. So with tighter funding, more audits, and higher expectations than ever before, good support workers, we stand out. And the average ones will struggle. And that's no shade, it's just the reality of it all. So you're probably wondering, Sarah, what would I do in 2026 to be completely unstoppable in this sector? All right. I want you guys to treat support work like it's a skill, not a favor. In 2006, being kind isn't enough anymore. I continuously keep learning, ask better questions from the people that we serve, their families, external supports, understand why I do what I do and the rationale behind it. Professional doesn't mean we have to be cold. It just means we're really damn confident in what we're doing. So also, we need to lean into this in 2026, and it's so more important. Remember, I'm the founder of Safety Match. Yep. So getting comfortable with tech. You don't need to love it, but we need to use it in everyday life. You don't need to be like this IT genius. We just need to keep up. And what I would do to keep up is progression notes, but you can use ChatGPT. And the best way to use ChatGPT in this, I reckon, in 2026 is to talk of it, hey, ChatGPT, help me write the following journal entries or progression notes for so-and-so. I'd also be using apps like Swifty Matthew, but other apps to work on it in your CRMs. Communication well online. The way that we present ourselves online in the digital space is incredibly important. So support workers who avoid tech or, don't use it in everyday instance of being a support worker, you guys will be left behind 100%. And support workers who are willing to learn and willing to adapt will be in demand because the truth is the people that we serve are using the tech. So let's roll into the next part because I feel like this is incredibly important. Knowing your worth, knowing that as a support worker, what you are worth. So in 2026 is the fastest way. In 2006, burnout is the fastest way to get out of this industry, and I don't want that for you. So what I would do, I would say no without guilt. I would stop over explaining myself. I would protect my energy wherever possible. And being reliable doesn't mean that I have to be on call to a person that we serve and their family 24/7. You don't have to be available the whole entire time. And as a support worker, you'd like to be known for something. I know it's like real warm, fuzzy stuff, but we'd like to be known for something. And I wouldn't try to be everything in this sector because we know it doesn't work. I'd be very clear. I'd be very clear who I best support, what environments I work really well in. Like some people do amazing jobs, and I mean it, like in the community out and about. Some people do absolutely essential jobs in the sealed space or a group space. Some people absolutely thrive in one-to-one, or it could also be supported employment. Whatever floats your boat, it's okay to say that you're good at something. And you can be more specific about it. You can be more specific who you are and more value that you have. All right. So remember why I started. I think this is really important to your why in the story, like why you started in this sector. And I will, why we're here having this conversation, I'll explain mine. I started in the disability sector at the age of 19, but before that, through my primary and high school life, I had always been around kids with disabilities, and they were my friends. We're friends. And I think it was just a part of who I am that it just came natural to me. And there's also that sense of I do not like an injustice when I see one, and I will tell you. So I feel like um, working in this sector just came natural to me because it didn't feel like a different day. It just felt like a normal day where I know that not everyone has that feelings or the understandings of, working in this sector, and I get it. But for me, it was because I think it was always around me. Disability, always around me. I never thought anything different of it. So knowing your why, and when things get loud, especially like with, what's going on at the moment, the cuts, the paperwork, the pressure, it's really good that you can come back to that. And that's what I do a lot is I come back to the why I started in this sector and why, it gives me goosebumps every now and again when I see somebody that I have served that's doing a really good job with them. I played a part in a goal that they were able to achieve. That is brilliant. And it's undeniable, that type of warm, fuzzy feelings that you get from it. People rely on us, people to feel safe because of us. People's lives are better because of us out there building towards that. And it really still matters, and it's really quite deep. So when in doubt, please go back to your why you are here. All right. So the big truth, we're going to get into this here. So the big truth about 2026 is support workers who survive 2026 be the busiest, they'll be the cleverest and the clearest on what's going on. They're going to be very clear about what their roles are, their limits, and their values, and what aligns to them and what makes them feel good and want to get up in the morning to serve the people that we serve, our NDIS participants. And when you're very clear, you are so unstoppable, and it's noticeable. So I'm probably going to wrap this up with a very strong finish. You ready? We're at the finishing line now, support workers. You are choosing support work in 2026. That tells me something about you. It tells me that you really deeply care about the people that we serve. You're adaptable and you're willing to show up. And the future of the NDIS needs support workers that are exactly like that. You're not behind your building. And you're doing things better than ever before because we have systems in place now. We can do more than ever before. So I would like to thank you guys all for watching today's podcast in between with me, Sarah. Thank you guys for now, and good luck, support workers.